Well, Harvey Norman also held its annual general meeting today, and I spoke with founder and chairman Gerry Harvey earlier this evening. Gerry Harvey, welcome to Late Line Business.
Thank you.
We got a mixed bag of economic numbers today. Do you think we'll get another interest rate rise tomorrow?
Well, there's a better chance that we will than we won't. I'd say it's about 85% we will, 15% we won't.
And if we do, will that dampen your pretty optimistic assessment of Christmas trade?
Well, it will dampen it, but I think it'll be very marginal because in Australia you've got a situation where 33% rent, 33% own their homes and 33% pay them off. So when you have an interest rate rise like this, you're really not affecting 1/3 of the people out there. So, and a good percentage of them won't be that much affected by a 0.25% rise. So the sum total is not that great.
In fact, if we look at how optimistic you are, last week you said you were flabbergasted that sales have been as good as they have been. Today at your AGM, your CEO and your wife, Katie Page, told shareholders she's cautious about Christmas trade. Is there a difference of opinion between you and Katie Page?
Yes, because she said to me this morning before that meeting, she said, "Don't you go in there and tell them there's going to be a boom." I said, "But Kate, we've got very good sales figures in, most of our stores, nearly all of our stores, and some stores have got product categories up 10 and 20% and more." And she said, "Yes, but December last year there was a stimulus package and we don't know what's going to happen in December." And I said to her, "Yeah, that's true, but our sales in October and November have been very good. So why wouldn't that trend and the increased, optimism of the consumers and confidence out there, why wouldn't that translate into a record Christmas?" "Yes, but it hasn't happened yet." And everyone in the country is saying what Kate's saying. "I'm cautiously optimistic." Anyway, they're all cautiously optimistic and I'm prepared to go out on a limb and say this will be the greatest Christmas we've ever had, and the economy's in the early stages of a boom. That's my opinion. I might be wrong, but I'm allowed to speculate.
What do you think the chances are that you will end up wearing egg on your face?
There's a chance that'll happen. But, you've got to have an opinion. And my belief is that I'm 75% right, 25% wrong. On that basis, I'm going to be confident.
Well, it has to be said there are some analysts who are questioning your optimism. You said sales were up 7.7% over the last 5 months. You're forecasting first half profit up 40%, as one broker put it. How do you get 40% off 7.7% sales growth?
Because we're a lot smarter than that broker is. No, the situation is that we've run our business a lot better. We've closed down some operating businesses that were making losses. We've cut a lot of our overheads in head office. Our stores are doing a much better job. The people running the shops out there, the franchisees, because they've been told how bad it's going to be, they've cut their cloth accordingly. And they're doing a very, very good job. I've just come back from Gippsland over the weekend and I visited 6 of our small shops down there. And let me tell you, those guys running those shops are doing a wonderful job, a better job than they've ever done. And this climate, this global financial crisis has spurred them on to be better than even they thought they were.
Is it still the plasma TVs and the big ticket items that are the key drivers?
No, it's right across the board. I mean, we've had wonderful increases in things like bedding and furniture. And I can tell you, I've been in shops in the last month where there's been a 20% increase in their sales in some of those categories. I mean, this is like fantastic. And when you see that happening, you say to yourself, hey, this economy is really getting, it's really getting going. And I've got no doubt that the Reserve Bank holds a similar opinion. I think I'm a little more bullish than Glenn Stevens, but, he's obviously of the opinion on what he said, that this economy is a little bit stronger than what a lot of people think. And it's probably, that opinion shared by a number of economists. But most people, they say cautious but optimistic. They're taking the Katie Page approach, and they may be right, but they may be wrong.
Given your optimism, what about new markets for Harvey Norman? Woolworths is moving into hardware, so is Metcash. Any new markets for your business?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we went into office last year and I lost a lot of money on that and I closed it, and I think I could have made it long term, but, that's another loss-making thing that I've got out of. And so we're looking around to expand our business organically, one, which we're doing, and secondly, if some opportunity presents itself where we can buy another retailer or invest in something that we think's smart, we'll do it, but there hasn't been a lot of it around. There's been a lot of people like me looking for that sort of thing, but it's been difficult to find.
Well, in terms of areas you are in, 16 stores in Ireland, they're still struggling. Are you going to sell them?
No. We've got a situation in Ireland where, I was talking to another guy today that knows a lot about Ireland, and he's pulling his hair out. Some of the figures he gave to me on his situation in Ireland was terrifying. And Ireland is it's really been hit dreadfully hard. But if the rest of the world starts to get going, which I'm hopeful it will, and I think it will, then Ireland will as well. So we've just got to wait it out. I mean, if I'm sitting here in 5 years' time and talking to you and you're telling me I'm losing as much money, as I've ever, it's a terrible situation. But I'm confident that sooner or later we'll get to a situation where we can break square in Ireland, and I'm hopeful that'll happen within 3 years. But, that's a terrible admission to make. 3 years maybe that I still can't break even in Ireland. If I could get it down to a $10 million loss or even a $20 million loss, it'd be a great result.
You seem to be painting a picture that poses the question, why are you sticking with them?
Because we've got 16 stores over there. We've got a very committed workforce over there, and the people that are running it, and everyone's confident they can turn it around. And so we're going to stick with it. In the big picture, our profit will be up for the 6 months over 40%, and that includes Ireland's losses. So Ireland's not going to sink us, it's just a nuisance.
Katie Page also told today's AGM that a successor to you would come from within the company. Is there a retirement plan?
Me, no. I've just said to someone today, my brother died the other day, he was 90, and he still had his faculties. So what about if I was still here? Will you be here, Ali Moore, in 20 years' time?
Gerry Harvey, many thanks for talking to Late Line Business.
Thank you, Ali.